everyone, so we are here on 14th Street Union Square. We're back for another episode of Fit Hungry. So this is episode 2 and I'm here with the awesome IFBB Pro Robyn Europe. Robyn, what's up girl?
Hi.
And then, so my background as far as competing and taking myself to the next level, I've competed in figure for the past, I'd say 7 years. And I'm going to continue to compete. And Robyn, what about you, girl?
I started competing, I guess, about 6 years ago. I started in the INBF, not the WNBF. I did. I started in the INBF, and after about a year, I switched over to the NPC. And last year, in July, I won my pro card at Team Universe. So now I'm an IFBB Pro, and I'm gonna hopefully make my way there. So it happens.
When was your last competition?
My last competition was May 17th in New York in Tribeca. It was the New York Pro. It was my first pro competition ever. I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. I didn't know anyone. I found one girl who also looked a little bit scared. And it turned out to be her second pro competition ever. So I made a friend and we sat in the corner and talked trash the whole time.
And if you guys don't know, the New York Pro is like one of the biggest pro shows, and when you're a pro, you have to bring your A game. And being that it was your first pro show, you have to be on point. And I know I've seen her pictures, and getting to that level takes a lot. So we're going to talk a little bit about taking it to the next level. My last show was last June, and I competed in figure and fitness, and for me it was a little bit different because the organization was different, but still I had to take it to the next level. And the way I did that was I set up a specific date for the show, got my mind right, got my nutrition structured, and consistently went to the gym the way I needed to. So for you, when you think about taking it to the next level, what does it mean to you? Like, what do you need to do?
For me, it's always a mental game. It's always me getting my head right, getting focused on what I need to do, not shooting myself in the foot or beating myself up over whether I've, made small goals or not. It's hard for me to keep moving forward because I'm so critical of myself. I think a lot of us get into the sport because we're critical of ourselves. So for me, it's always a mental thing. I mean, the food, once I'm in the game, I'm in the game. The food is not a problem. Making sure that I'm consistent with my training is not a problem. But convincing myself that it's going to be okay and that I can keep doing this, it's going to be fine, it doesn't matter how the show goes, as long as I do my best, that's the hard part for me. Convincing myself that I don't look like garbage all the time, it's impossible.
So I've had moments where because of my body type, I think I can get away with eating certain things when I'm in competition prep, like breaking down and eating like a whole loaf of bread or something like that. Have you had moments where you're like, or you're just head on, let's go?
I would say in the 6 years I've been competing, I've slipped up maybe 6 times. But we have opposite body types. I mean, I know that I can't slip up at all. I can't slip up at all. I can't have any mishaps. I certainly can't have any mishaps close to the show. For me, if I screw up, it shows in my body immediately. The next day I wake up watery with a giant face because I had a whole bunch of carbohydrates that I shouldn't have had, or I had too much salt. So once I'm in contest prep, it's 12 weeks of being good. Outside of that, I kind of do whatever I want. Outside of that, I have a Guyanese grandmother who makes roti all the time, and I eat it, and I don't think about it, and I don't care.
Yeah, so with Indian culture, you know, we're eating a lot of carbs, a lot of, what would you call, stewed chicken, curry, and all that good stuff. So for us, it's really, I mean, it's challenging because our family.
Absolutely.
But, when you take it to the next level, do you have the support system, behind you?
You definitely have to find a balance and find people who understand what you're doing. I mean, my grandmother does make roti all the time. But, she also will make me roast chicken because she knows that I can eat that when I come to visit. So, you know, it's nice to have people who don't think I'm completely crazy all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you deal with it too. You're from Grenada. I'm sure your family is like, what is she doing?
Yeah, we don't eat like that. Well, huh? Well, it's you know, it's a consistency.
It definitely is. Number one, I absolutely have to have an abundance of sleep. People skip that. They forget that sleep is important when you're training for anything, not just competing. I get so much sleep when I'm getting ready for a contest. It's 8 to 10 hours a night. I don't cut my sleep for anyone. I tell people I can't train them early in the morning. 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. It has to happen. It has to happen. It has to happen. Even if I screw up on my meals, if I miss a meal, if I have too much salt, I have to get the sleep in. Sleep is what keeps me moving. So there's that. And then the last thing is really just downtime. I need all of the movies in the world and all of the time with my friends. I need all of the relaxing activities I can possibly get. Because honestly, you get so worked up getting ready for these shows. If you don't relax, you just become a ball of nerves.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get more manicures and pedicures than ever before when I'm getting ready for a show.
You need to hang out more often. Hello.
When I compete in the summer, I go to the beach every weekend because it's just a few hours to lay around and do nothing.
Yeah.
So
I know. I think
my 5.
with that, most people sometimes get really like stuck on I'm competing, and they don't have time for their friends and family. But that keeps you.
That keeps my mind together.
Yeah.
It keeps me in touch. I need to make time for my friends and family. My grandmother will never see me more than when I'm getting ready for a show.
Yeah.
So
there you have it, you guys. From
all
a
5.
From an IFBB pro, that's taking your body to the next level, taking your mind, taking your competition to the next level, and
What are
I
your
truly, my 5, huh? What do you talk about? So my top 5 is definitely I have to have my mindset. For me, my mental capacity or my just being rounded, it has to come first. I have to talk myself into being ready. Consistency. If I'm not consistent, I'm never going to reach my goals. And I'm talking from experience where I was trying to compete once and I wasn't consistent with my eating, nutrition, and my sleep. When you talk about sleep, that was one of the things that I didn't get enough of and learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And my body showed it on stage. So
It's the worst.
so having my mind right, consistency, nutrition for me, I tend to lose weight like really, really quick. So I have to have a really structured nutrition plan as far as getting me, really, really ready. Let's see, my next 2. Time, yep. Taking time. Well, you know what? I would say the cardio, but for me, cardio is I do it. It's just my body type is different. So, although
It's not necessary for everyone.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
However, if I don't, though, at least twice a week for me, an hour, I won't get to where I need to anyway. And of course, sleep. I realize sleep is critical, not in just competing, but in general, especially when we train our clients. But so my mind has to be right, has to be focused. Consistency for me, good nutrition plan, sleep, and what was the other one? Have lots of donuts whenever I want. I'm kidding.
I want that to be on my list.
No.
My number 6 thing that I need is
Then
pie.
number 6. What kind of pie?
Any kind of pie.
Really? You don't
Peach cobbler, berry pie,
do they cobbler?
cream pie,
Yeah.
banana cream pie,
Like cobbler.
peach cobbler.
Peach
Favorite
cobbler.
thing ever.
Let me tell you, I lived in Kentucky and wow, it's a great peach cobbler.
Also, my mother makes banana pudding. She's trying to make me fat.
That's wrong.
I think she thinks that if I get really, really fat, I'll just decide I'd rather be pregnant than fat and have a baby. Neither of those things are happening. Welcome back. It's part 2 of Fit Hungry. We're going to talk about more specific things right now. We're going to give you a little bit of advice in case you're thinking of competing or getting to the next level in your fitness. We're going to address the average fitness enthusiast. So, not everybody wants to step on stage. Not everybody wants to, don the bikini. Some people just want to be awesome in their regular life. So we're going to address that. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the kinds of things that we eat, how we keep our nutrition together. So yeah, welcome back.
Yes. Hey. So for someone who is interested in competing, some of the things that I think is really, really important for them to understand is it takes hard work. Hard work, and dedication. And first off, they really have to have their mind. I always say you're setting goals, so you have to have your mind right. Set some goals, realistic goals. Not, you don't want to just get in the gym and then compete in 3 months. For someone who's just starting, give yourself some time.
A lot of time.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think are some of the things that are important for a newbie?
I think one of the most important things is that you really need to set aside the time to actually do it. It's not going to happen in a fly-by-night manner. You're not going to be able to do a quick 30-minute workout every couple of days and decide you're going to step on stage. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't happen for those of us who are seasoned, and it's not going to happen if you're a beginner. So you really need to set aside the time, not just to hit the gym, but to do your meal prep and to make sure you can get enough sleep at night. And don't forget that you have a day job, so you have to work around that. You have to make sure that you get to bed in time to get up at 6 a.m. and go to the gym. You have to make sure that you have time on Wednesday night to do all your grocery shopping for the week. Like, timing and scheduling, I think, is the biggest thing that people forget.
Yeah.
And they don't give themselves enough time to complete their tasks.
Yeah. I don't know, but my first competition, I was nervous, of course, but there's a lot of prep time when you're first competing. Like the posing. You need to after every workout, you have to take time to pose so that it becomes second nature on stage. You're going to be a little bit nervous, but when you practice it for months and months, not just a few weeks just before the competition, months in advance, you're more likely to be more relaxed. You're still going to be a teeny bit nervous, but that's okay. And,
it's just a reflex at that point.
Yeah.
You just do what you've been practicing. It's like being an autopilot or cruise control. You just do it.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you like behind the scenes? You get to a competition, have all your stuff, your suit, what goes on behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes. Listen.
Yes.
Backstage of the show, I'm only thinking about two things. One, water.
Girl, yes.
Those of you who've never competed, let me tell you a little secret. Nobody looks sinewy and cut up all day, every day. You end up having to dehydrate yourself for a show, and all you're thinking about backstage is how much you want a giant bottle of water. So number one, backstage I'm thinking about water. Number two, I'm thinking about things I don't even crave in my regular life. I don't ever crave Nutella because I don't like chocolate. But backstage at a show, I'm like, I want a gallon of water and all of the Nutella this side of the Mason-Dixon. All of it.
That's awesome.
Every ounce of Nutella.
Dr. Pepper. I don't drink Dr. Pepper on a regular basis.
Love Dr. Pepper. I don't drink any soda on a regular basis, but I want it.
Yeah.
I want everything, honestly.
Yeah. It's a fun scene behind the stage, behind the scenes. You got all the girls putting on their faces, their glammed up skin, the tanning.
Yeah.
All that has to be right. You have to have your tan right, your suit put on, fit good. What else?
I don't know about your experience backstage, but I've also found that the competitors are really nice. Like, it's not like Toddlers and Tiaras. It's not like Miss America where girls are stealing your shoes and cutting your dress. Like, the girls are really nice. I think it's because we're all suffering a little bit.
Yeah. And I actually...
It's a little crazy.
That was my expectation. My first show, I was nervous because I'm like, there's 200 figure competitors. How many mirrors? I mean, we have to share, and we're all stuck in this little place. I know somebody's got to steal somebody's stuff, but it's not like that. It's really like,
for the most part, people are nice.
Yeah, we're helping each other.
I glued somebody's suit to their butt at my first show. I didn't know her.
Yeah.
She put some glue right on her butt because she needed it.
Yeah. I mean, I like the camaraderie. I like, now after the show, what's going on? Like, I mean, because our body, we put our body through, you know, some hard times for 12 weeks, and we're craving things, you know. I think that's something that a new competitor, when you're competing, your body's going to go through a lot of changes, given that you're really structured, and so that's some things to think about. But after the show, you're going to want the salt, you're going to want
a little bit of a rebound.
Pizza, a couple of pounds.
I think it's important to mentally prepare for that, though, because I wish I had known that was going to happen. And, you know, it's fine. I mean, unless you're, you know, eating like a crazy person, the rebound isn't unmanageable, but you get so used to shrinking every week and to looking in the mirror and looking sucked out like you're one big cheekbone, and suddenly you're not competing anymore, and like you look like a regular girl, like you look like your normal self, and it's going to feel off. It feels like you've gotten really fat when you're just regular. You're normal. You look happy and healthy again to everybody who knows you, but to you, you feel off because it's been months of working toward this goal that honestly is not maintainable in your real life.
All year round, right.
I mean, it's a little easier for bikini, but if you're doing figure or bodybuilding is even more next level than what either of us are doing. I mean, it's like, you really just have to accept that you look two different ways over the course of the year.
Yeah.
There's when you're getting ready, and there's how you look in your regular life, and how far apart those are. That's, you know, that's up to you, but there are distinct differences.
Oh yeah. Hit me up on Facebook, Pauline Mitchell, or Instagram at ExcelFit Solutions. What else? YouTube, Pauline Mitchell. And a final tip for those who want to take it to the next level: do you. Straight up, nobody else. It's you. Okay?
Totally true.
That's my tip.
All right. Yeah, I guess we're done here. If you want to hit me up on Facebook or Twitter, it's everything/Robynator. That's my Instagram name. Robynator, ROB2Y2Ns, Ater, like the Terminator, but Robynator. So there's that. Here's my tip for the end. It's the only thing I ever tell anyone when they need advice on fitness or getting into the gym. If you really want to get psyched up to work out, find the most ignorant music you possibly can and go with it. When I train, I only listen to Metallica and booty rap.
Oh, I love it.
You can pick your ignorant music.
I love it.
That's my tip for the day.
I love it.
Let's break it